Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Zee.
Everybody rise.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Zee. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z show. Yes. Good morning, Amaran Frederick. Good morning, Kathy Joseph. And it's such a beautiful morning. Yeah, it is. Hi, Judith. Good morning. And I'm doing really, really good this morning. Thank you for asking. Oh, yes. And God has given us another day on this side. Yes. And so we are grateful and we are thankful to Him for granting us that. Yeah, He grant us. It's not our doing. As I always say, we could set the alarm clock to wake us up, but it will be there ringing and snoozing and asking you to dismiss it. If God doesn't wake us up, it's going to stay right there. So it's good to have you guys on. Patricia Conwell, Mo, Joanne Bradford Batson, good to have you guys on. And as usual, this show never starts without prayer. And so I'm going to pray for all of us this morning. Oh God, our Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for your goodness to us. You have given us another beautiful day. You have seen it fit, Lord, to let us live to tell your story, to tell of how wonderful you are, how awesome you are. Because I know more than anything else what you have done for me and for others. And so, God, I want to thank you. Lord, those who are going through a hard time, Lord, I ask you to put your comforting arms around them. And Lord, those who need to just have someone to talk to, just provide that friend or that neighbor or that person that they trust, sister, brother, mother, father, whoever it is, oh God, that they'll be able to speak to them, oh God. Those who are worried in heart, oh God, about their finances, about everything else, oh God, just reach down and fulfill their needs. And I know that it's something that you can do because you are the king of this world. You hold every single thing in your hands. And so I ask you, Lord, to provide for our needs as you see fit. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful opportunity once again to reach out to your people. In thy most precious and holy name, I pray. Amen and amen. Yes, Corinne Wilson, it's good to have you. Sue, good morning, my dear. And Yolan Smith, oh, nice to have you on, Ambassador. It's good. I notice you whenever you come on. Thank you for gracing the show with your presence. Gina LaSalle, my friend, it's good to have you on. And so, Deslin Langan, welcome. We are going to have two inspirational thoughts this morning. Be thankful for everybody in your life, good or bad, past or present. They all made you the person that you are today. Believe it. Be thankful for everybody in your life, good or bad, past or present. They all made you the person you are today. A person becomes, let me say, put it in the plural, people becomes 10 times more attractive, not by their looks, but by the act of kindness, love, respect, honesty, and loyalty they show. People becomes 10 times more attractive, not by their looks, but by the acts of kindness, love, respect, honesty, and loyalty they show. That's the attractiveness in people. A lot of times people think they look at the outside, the outward appearance. Oh, that person is really attractive. But then when you get to know that person, the attractiveness fades because they don't have the qualities that I just spoke about: kindness, love, respect, honesty, and loyalty. So today, you can become more attractive if you exhibit those qualities. It's not about the outside look. And yes, I know people say, hey, I want someone who is handsome, who's beautiful. Yeah, it probably would come with the territory. But those acts are so much more important if you're looking for someone long term. Yes. Good morning, Listra Batiste Alexander. And Deslin says thanks. Yeah, it is so true. And so we are going to go on to our birthday shout outs. And as I always say, hi, Princess Leah. Good morning to you. If you have someone or you know someone who is celebrating a birthday and you want to give a shout out to them, just put it on the blog and I will definitely take the time and shout them out for you. This morning, we have, yesterday, we had Dennis Charles and Lester McPhail. They celebrated their birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you. And today, wow, we are in a different month. Julian Alec, Sharon Griffith, Laura Neptune, Godfrey Bain Andrews, Mona Williams, Natalie Natasha Goddard, Judy Milo, Keith Fletcher, David Bascom, and the host of Caribbean Sky TV, Rachel Stewart, Michelle Stewart. Yes, we have a lot of birthdays this first day of October. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day today. It seemed like the weather is going to be nice, so find something to do, even if it is with your close friends and relatives alone. Okay? Friday tomorrow, Theo Davis, Irene Rattan, and Selector Vibes. Happy early birthday to you guys. And so we have a very interesting set of people coming up that I want you to meet. And yes, Sharon Willie, good morning. And yes, I want you guys to share the program. Share, like it, love it, whatever it is, but share it so that others, your friends, your family, would be able to tune in and hear what we have in store for them this morning. All right. And so we're going to take a short break and we will be right back.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise. Wake
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Welcome back to the Dr. Z Show. And yes, those of you who wish the special people celebrating happy birthday, Kathy, Princess Leah. But we have Sue Patrice who shared. Thank you for sharing. Patricia Conwell, thank you for sharing. Now, Sue has a birthday greeting to Sonia Patrice Alexander. Happy birthday to you. And also tomorrow, Dale Neptune. Happy early birthday to you too from Sue Patrice. Thank you very much for sharing. And the rest of you, continue sharing. All right. Now we have some wonderful people in the back, and we are going to talk to them. I want to introduce you. Thank you, Princess Leah, for sharing. I want to introduce you to them because there's a summit coming up called How to Get Your Groove Back. And it it is a great thing to know how to do that. And so I'm going to introduce you this morning to the participants, at least most of them. We have the host, who is also the founder of that organization that is putting this together or has put this together. Her name is Hermelin Marichaud. Hermelin Marichaud is the founder of the Caribbean American Survivors Empowerment Group. Hermelin motivates and empowers women to rebuild their lives after leaving a toxic relationship behind. She understands the journey in a real way because after exiting a 6 year toxic relationship, she experienced firsthand how challenging it could be getting back into the dating scene. It took her over 10 years to attract the man that she knows she deserves. And now her mission is to assist women who survive domestic abuse to move forward from stuck to unstoppable. Her message is that you have the power to redesign and create the life you want. She is also a panelist on the Top 5 at 5 on the Ride Along platform. Welcome to you, Miss
Thank
Humlin
you.
Marisha.
Thank you, Dr. Z. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to introduce the rest of your team, and then we're going to come back as a group, and we're going to talk about each of you separately, so people would get to understand who you guys are and why you are doing this. So we go to Derek Jones. Derek Jones, he is one of the panelists. He is a relationship extraordinaire. He is a father, a college graduate, a friend to many, a counselor to some, and an advisor to others. Relationship conversation is his passion. While speaking from personal experience and sharing his knowledge, he helps and empowers individuals to achieve success in relationship. Mr. Jones, good morning to you
Good
and
morning.
welcome. Oh,
How are you, Dr. Z?
I'm okay.
Thank you.
It was very nice meeting you um on social media. And yes, social media is a good thing. It's a very good thing. And so I thank you for coming on and being a panelist on this How to Get Your Groove Back Summit. Okay? We are going to now introduce
Yeah.
Miss Rachel Charles. As a matter of fact, I call her. There
Good.
you are.
Hello. Good
Rachel
morning.
Charles, good morning. Spent the last 18 years in the criminal justice system counseling domestic abuse victims. She is a mother, certified life coach, and champion for women equality and fairness. She empowers women to start over after leaving a toxic relationship and living life on their own terms. Rachel is passionate about helping people live their best life. Rachel, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great, great. And we will be coming back to you to talk a little more to you. But at this time, I'm going to introduce panelist Tonya Williams.
Hi,
She,
good morning.
hi, good morning. She is an Army wife, mother, and former law enforcement officer who understands the meaning of facing life challenges head on. During her time on the force, she earned a reputation as a leader amongst her peers, especially when it came to managing uncomfortable conversations. As an Army wife, she nurtured her skills in supporting others through their most trying times, which led to the discovery of her passion for helping others grow into their best, most powerful self. It's Tanya's belief that her life purpose, and notice I say her life purpose, is to be adventurous, curious, light, and vibrant, and to deeply connect with family and friends. She became a coach to encourage an open mind for continued learning, to share her strength, knowledge, and experience with others so that she may inspire them to live a life of action, to walk with courage, and to find an existence rooted in purpose. Good morning, Tonya,
Good morning,
and
Dr. Z.
welcome to the show. Yes, and it is so wonderful to know that you guys, yes, all of you, and I would be remiss if I don't mention that there's one of the participant. His name is Tyrone Connell, and unfortunately, he's not able to be here. But I know somebody is going to say something about him as we go along. And so, I'm going to start with the host, and you guys can, I like you to just stay on so people get to look at you and and see who they will be dealing with. I'm going to start with Humlin. Humlin, welcome. And I
Thank you.
want you to tell me a bit of how this has come about.
So to tell you how this has come about, I have to go a little back, like 20 years ago. So I have to tell you my backstory first, and then I'll walk my way up to the summit. So I was in a emotional abusive relationship for 6 years, and I exited that relationship in 2003. And most people ask, emotional abuse, what is emotional abuse? And it is a type of abuse that a abuser, mostly a narcissist, will use to control their victims. So an example of one of the things that he would do, and there are many, but I'm just going to give you guys one example. And one example because you start questioning your reality, so you feel confused and you feel like you're kind of going crazy. So that's what happened to
Yes.
me in my relationship. So for example, I wanted to go back to school, and he said, go to the bank and ask about a student loan and come back and give me the information. I'll pay for you to go to school. I know you want to go back to school. I don't want to be step on your career. I want you to do what you have to do. So I was like super excited, and see me in my 20s running down to Citibank to get the information. The lady sat with me. She explained to me exactly what a student loan is, how I could go about getting it. She even recommended some community college that I can go to, and she gave me all the information about the student loan. So I went back home all excited, and he was sitting on the couch, and we were talking about something, and I was like, oh my god, I have great news, I have excited news. I had the white envelope in my hand, and shaking it like this, like, yeah, I got news. And he's like, what? I'm like, I went to the bank, and I got information about a student loan, and this is what she said, and this is what she do, all excited trying to pull the information out of the envelope. And he said, "Oh, what? A student loan? Like, when did we have that conversation?" He's like, so I'm like, yeah, you remember yesterday you told me to go to the bank, and I'm trying to recap the story. And he's like, no, Hamian, we never had that conversation. I think you get it. You're getting crazy. So to piggyback on that, for like a year or so, I was, well, I didn't know at the time, but I had PTSD. So I used to get up every night with like terrible, terrible dreams, terrible fights, and so he knew that because so most of the time he had to like calm me down, like the dreams was like really vivid, so he was like, are you are you mixing up your dream with reality again? And I was like, so then I started to question myself. I was like, well, did we really have the conversation? Maybe I dreamt it. Maybe I don't know. I was really confused, but I know we did have the conversation. And moving forward from that, I had that's when I started to actually journal. So I had to like write down the conversation we had, when we had it, what time he said it, so I didn't feel like I was confused, you know. And there was many of
Yes.
those confusing conversation, always acting like, hey, I'm the crazy one. So, and I felt crazy at the time too. So anyway, so I I ended you know, and I just wrote everything. I have a diary just packed with all information, everything. I even wrote in that diary, like, if anything was to happen to me, um, if anything was to happen to me, do not look for my killer. He is right here. So I
Wow.
had that, like, for my parents, you know, to see. And I deliberately actually left the journal on the table one day because I kind of wanted to see, have him read what was in my thoughts. So, and he read it, and he's like, "You really think I'm gonna kill you or something?" I'm like, "I don't know,
Hmm.
but just in case, I don't want my parents to be an America Most Wanted looking for somebody that's right there." So,
Wow.
and when I did that, a lot calmed down after that for like a good 6 months. Like he just like didn't bother with me for like 6 months because he kind of, I don't know what was going on in his mind at the time. But after I left that relationship and I went through the social services system, what I saw a lot of women being treated really badly within the system, whether it was another woman, you know, turning up their nose, like, why are you here? You know, uh, what did you do? Yeah, like, if, you know, like, kind of like, I would get kind of like, if you're so beautiful or pretty or whatever, and you can't keep a man, like, what would you leave for me? You know, like, and people will tell you that to your face, or just to look at you, like they're writing your name and they just keep looking at me like, girl, women like you don't come here,
Hmm.
you know. And our witness, they treated a lady really bad. She wanted some service. She wanted to go on an interview, and the voucher they gave her, it was not enough to buy the clothes, and they treated that
Wow.
woman so bad. And I remember being in the corner just like looking, and I'm like, God, whenever I get myself together, I will have a group, and I will never treat women like that, because that woman was crying. She was begging for additional voucher, and they're like, "No, we are not giving any additional voucher. This is the voucher," and and stuff. She said, "Well, you know, the place told me I need another voucher because it's not enough to buy what I want for the interview." So that's where the idea came up of a group. I mean, I repeated it over the years, but I kind of like forgot about it, you know, like didn't think about it again. So that's years now. So that's come like 2003 now. Fast forward to 2017, 18, when I was praying to God for my purpose, and I wanted to know what my purpose is, because I was kind of feeling lost. I had a good job, you know, I was living comfortably, but I still kind of like, what is my purpose? I know I have something to, you know, more
To do.
to do, to give to this
Yes.
world. So then people from my past started to tell me, you know, you always talk about you're going to start this group and stuff. I wasn't thinking about social media. No, I'm out of Brooklyn. So I was like, oh, well, the group I was thinking about, I was thinking like a grassroots group in Brooklyn. We seeing each other, talking to each other. Well, I'm not there right now, so I don't think that's possible anymore. But it kept reminding me about the group, and then I dismissed it. And then I started to pray, and I'm like, God, please, you know, I want to know what my purpose is. I want to know, you know, and again, in a, I can't even explain how it is, but explain how it happened. But the group thing coming back, and I didn't want to start a group. And the reason why I didn't want to start the group, I didn't want to tell my story,
Ah.
because I didn't want to tell my story because of, you know, coming from the Caribbean, you know, what people gonna say, the shame, the guilt. A lot of my friends didn't actually know what was going on, and if one or two people knew, it was kind of like, oh well, you know, back then, you know, like, you know, I had a little mouth, so it's like, oh, you know, like, if you just, you know, your mouth, you know, so no one took it seriously. If I
Mhm.
said I get up with bad dreams, it just, oh, that's a bad dream, that's not PTSD. They don't know, we don't even know what is that anyway. So everything just shoved under the table, you know. So when, as I said, when I get the revelation, it was start this group. As I told you, I was on the couch and I heard a voice said, "You're gonna start a group today, and this is the name of the group, and this is what you're gonna do." And I really did it in rebellion. It's like I really didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to share my story. I really didn't want to come out there and expose myself to social media, to the public. And Derek was one of the people that said, but a lot of people will hear a story. A lot of people go through because I'm still thinking I'm alone in the whole wide world when you abuse.
Mm.
I'm still
Oh yeah.
thinking that. And he's like, no, I know other people who went through abuse. Trust me, that's gonna be a good place to start, blah blah blah. And I reluctantly started a group and still telling God in my head, you'll see, this is not gonna work. They're the ones
Ah.
that
Oh yeah. You were doubting God.
yes, I doubted it. I was like, nobody's not gonna join. No one. And as I said, in 24 hours somebody joined and everybody joined, like sent me a message saying, oh, I was looking for a group like that. I was looking for a Caribbean based group like that. I'm so happy you started this group. And I'm like, what? People wanted a group like this? And that's when I started to get excited about the group. And the group have evolved. We only a year and 3 months started. We started last February, and right now we started off with one member, and now we have 205 members, and I'm
Oh
super
yeah.
proud of the group. So getting your groove back really comes from the group, with me individually talking to women, and they expressing or laughing like, hey Herbelin, I need to get my groove back. Like, how do you get back into dating? And Derek and I did a live, and it just picked off that live with women asking questions, and women coming in my inbox asking me, how did you guys meet? Or how did what did you do before you meet him? So there's a lot of things you have to do before you actually meet the
And
person.
that is good, but I don't want you to give up too much of it because I want them to sign up for that summit. And in case you guys don't know, Mr. Derek Jones, one of the panelists, is that Derek she's talking about. And so,
Hey,
yes, and you guys are the perfect example of why this show, this summit is important because you guys actually met on social media.
yes.
And Derek, I'm going to give you the opportunity to say a little bit as to how you guys met.
Well, it started at the time we met. I was coming out of a toxic relationship myself. I've been in a relationship 10 years, and I was at the wit's end of it, where like I had enough, and didn't really get on social media as much. But there was a particular group called Playtime Worldwide that I had signed up to explore what it was about. Wasn't in it, as much here and there, and I posted something maybe 2 weeks prior to me and Hermelin meeting up again, and went back into the group. She had a post up asking about what is it about the relationship that men really like, and reading all the comments and seeing the answers that all the men gave, everybody had the same answer, but she still kept like looking for more, like it's something more than just this. So I said, well, the drama. And she was like, the drama? What do you mean about the drama? That's what you like in relationship, the drama? So you about chaos, you about this? I'm like, no, no, no. I said, let me explain to you what I mean with the drama. With drama, sometimes it lets you see whether or not you have a relationship that's worth fighting for. Sometimes your mate have true feelings inside of her or him that they've been holding back. And in the drama, it all comes out. It lets you see how much they really love you. It lets you see how much they really hate you, depending on what's inside their heart. So when the drama takes place, you're gonna find out the truth. What's been holding back, what's been, hidden. Some things people have been living a lie. They didn't really like you, but they only dealt with you for other reasons. You're gonna find all that out in the drama. So with that
Mm.
back and forth, it led to a 10 and a half hours conversation. We
10 and a half hours in that
text
first
for
conversation.
that one post, we text each other for at least 6 hours straight. You know,
Wow.
back and forth, just texting. And I said, listen, I'm tired of this texting back and forth. Look, give me your number. Here go my number. Call me so we can talk directly on the phone. Because this texting is taking too long, and I'm tired of my fingers is hurting. We need to put it on one. And from that day, we had a one-on-one conversation, and we talked more. But in the texting, we learned more about each other as far as our values, what we like, what we had in common, and our lifestyle was almost identical. Most of the things that we learned from school, we both in the same field. We both, graduated, with our degrees in the same fields. So a lot of things that I was into, she was into as well. Some of my upbringing, the same as her upbringing. Some of the things that I liked or didn't like, she agreed to the same thing. So we was compatible on that level. So that made it more interesting for us to continue to communicate and so on and so forth. And here we are, 3.5 years later. We still here.
And that is such an awesome story. And you know what, you guys didn't even grow up in the same place. And so that's the thing that people don't understand. People can be compatible regardless of where they come from. And welcome Diani Funde and Kendall Ventu and Lois JJ. It's good to have you guys on. And yes, so you guys ended up getting together and finding out that you are compatible and you have created a wonderful relationship, and now it has blossomed into so much more. And we're going to come right back to you, Derek, but I want to hear a little now from Rachel
Hello, I'm here.
Charles. Now tell me a little about yourself and how you became involved in this.
I met Hamelin last year when I came over to New York, and a friend of ours was hosting a women's seminar, and I met Hamelin at the event and was blown away by what she was doing with Caribbean American women and domestic abuse, and that's right up my alley because I work full time as a senior probation officer over here in London. So you name the offence, I've probably dealt with the perpetrator of it. And as a byproduct of that, I've worked alongside a lot of victims as well of domestic abuse. And I got into, own your wings. Somebody knows my statement. Um, oh, it's probably in the background. I've just realized that. Yeah. So coming into probation, I wanted to help break the cycle of reoffending. And I also wanted to work with people who were not just ordered to work with me because a court told them to. I just wanted to work with regular people who felt that they'd lost hope in their hopes, dreams, goals, overwhelmed full-time working mums, and especially women who had gone through domestic abuse situations and were trying to find themselves and rebuild their lives. And so I went on to train as a life coach as well. Part of the reason for that as well is even during the years that I was working in probation and trying to help other people, I wasn't always helping myself because I was in a domestic abusive relationship for about 19 years. So it took a toll. But when I realized that I needed to get myself out of there, and also realizing that I couldn't help other people until I helped myself, that was the impetus for me to get myself out and then to now go on to help other people realize as well that there's life after abuse.
And it is even more powerful when you have people who have been there, have been through it, letting you know what it took to get out of it, and so encouraging you and giving you real life example of what it can take for you if you are in such a relationship, or if things are happening that you don't like and you want to actually look for someone later on. And it's good to have you, Rachel, all the way from England. And
Thank you.
you are definitely going to be one of the panelists on how to get your groove back. And it will be inspiring to hear you. and hear you talk about what you've been through, how you got out of it, and to be able to give advice as to what someone may be in that situation, or just someone who haven't had a relationship for a long time, what they can do, certain steps they can take in order to prepare themselves. And notice I
Yeah.
say, prepare yourself for a relationship. A
Yeah.
relationship is not just about meeting someone and saying, okay, I like that person, but you have to be prepared. And Texman Warren, it's good to have you on. And Dione, I see you. Mo says drama can reveal the truth in a relationship, and that is true. Because if you don't have a little drama, you will never really get to the bottom of who that person that you called your person
Mhm.
really is. And so, Rachel, I thank you, and
Thank
I'm going to pull forward now Tonya Williams. Tonya,
Hi, good morning.
hey, hi, Tonya, hi, and just tell us a little bit about you and what made you get involved in a venture like this.
So, one of the things that made me get involved in a venture like this is one, I've been married since I was 18. So, I'm going on 17 years of marriage. And through that have been a lot of ups and downs, including some being a wartime Army wife. Additionally, even though I've been through 17 years of marriage, I've also seen many of my friends and family struggle in toxic relationships. And one of the things I'm super passionate about in my work is that we have to have a support system. We have to have a support network when it comes to growing as people and trying to move forward with what we want. So I really focus on helping people have uncomfortable conversations. I find that we as people, we have two ways of operating in the world, and that's to go towards pleasure or go towards pain. And many people choose to run away from pain instead of kind of facing it head on. And I know that with a toxic relationship, that could be something people really truly try not to work on. So for me, my take on this is making sure that people have the ability to have these uncomfortable conversations, but more importantly, that they have them with their close friends and family, to have a space of vulnerability, but to learn how to set boundaries so these people can help them move forward to the life that they want and the relationship that they want.
Well said, well said. I just wanted to welcome Victoria and Hamlin. All of your co-hosts are there supporting you. That is so awesome, so awesome.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I see Victoria, I see Funde, I see Mo, I see Lynn. Thank you
Yeah,
guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
yes, yes. And so Tonya, it is something that you have gotten into, even though you personally did not experience those sort of abuse, but you have that passion. And something you said, and something I read in your bio, where you said purpose. You said that your life purpose is to be adventurous, curious, light, and vibrant, and to deeply connect with family and friends. And it's so important because sometimes people go through life, their entire life, and never find their purpose. How did you know that this is your purpose?
Oh, geez, that is a great question. So, first of all, to find your purpose, it is trial and error. There are times that you feel like you're failing. There are times that you think you have it, and yet there's that little voice in the back of your head that says this really isn't it. There's something else. So, first of all, it's okay to think that you're there and then not. But so it's a process. But for me, it just kind of felt like just this quiet and this settling of my soul. Like I just felt this kind of inner sense of peace that I had never ever felt before when I recognized that there was a way for me to support others, to help them grow as a person and to overcome what it is they're struggling with in the realm of coaching. And that is when I knew that I found my purpose. I've always connected with my friends and family, but there's just something a little bit different in connecting with them in this kind of way to help them move forward as people and individuals.
And that is so good. And while I have you here, I just wanted to welcome Texman Warren in, and she always gives something beautiful every time she comes on here. And she said her unique prayer: disappointment is God's appointment. The expectation is the root of all heartache. When you release expectations, you are available to enjoy things for what they are instead of what you think they should be. And she always gives a really nice thought when she comes on the show. So I thank you, Tex Manwarin, for that. And you are an inspiration. And I'm really happy that you are going to be one of the main speakers on this summit. All right. And so we're going to come back and we are going to talk a little bit about the summit. It's a 3-day summit, and we're going to let you guys know about who the main speakers are, and give you a little of what is to come. So we will be right back.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Zee.
Everybody rise. Wake up and
Wake up and
live.
live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody
Rise in the morning.
wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Zee. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise. Wake up.
Good morning again, and welcome back to the Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z show. Ruthlyn Jones, welcome, and Natasha Charles. Yes. So, and with the host and the three of the panelists for the summit, How to Get Your Groove Back. And so I'm glad to have you all here because Hermlin, I think you are probably the fittest person to actually give us a little synopsis on this summit, the cost of it, how long it is, and what to expect.
So the Get Your Groove Back Summit is all about relationship. You will learn how to make your list, how to express it, how to communicate it to your partner. You will learn about wants versus needs, like versus value. Does he like you? Does he value you? And then we have the amazing panelists who are going to answer all of your questions on the last day. So the summit is 3 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the 7th to the 9th. And it's actually from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The tickets can be purchased
7 p.m.
on,
to 9 p.m.
yes, 9 p.m. Yes. And you can purchase your tickets on Eventbrite, and it's only 1997 for all 3 days. Yes, it's only 1997 for all 3 nights. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to even learning more. And the proceeds goes to the Caribbean American Survivors Empowerment Group. There we help women with all sorts of things, whether it's housing, food, or just personal needs. So the proceeds goes to a good cause.
And that's good because one of the things that was not spoken of as yet is that you guys also help some of the women who need help.
Yes, Yes. So the group, right? To date, we have helped 6 women with shelter, food, and personal effects, and 3 have phased out of the program, and we are helping 3 others. So we do have space for 3 more women, but right now, currently, we have 3 people that we are currently helping on a monthly basis. So that's why the proceeds goes to the group.
And that is very awesome. Welcome, Joan Wellington. And so, tell us, um, Tonya, you're going to be the speaker on the first day, and Derek is going to be the speaker on the second night, and then you have everyone, including Tyrone Cornell. Can someone tell us a little bit about who Tyrone is, so that the people would know?
Well, Tyrone is similar to Derek. He is a conversationalist. He facilitates a group on Facebook, and in his group we talk about real life conversations, and he gives real life answers.
Ah,
So
good, good. So he would be that fourth panelist.
yes, so he will
Very,
be
very
there.
good.
Yes, really giving advice on real relationship scenarios.
And okay, so now what I would like for you to let the people know is how they can purchase the tickets for this summit.
So the link is in the comments, and you can purchase your tickets on Eventbrite for 1997. And as I said before, the the proceeds goes to the Caribbean American Survivors Empowerment Group, which is a registered nonprofit.
It is a registered nonprofit. Excellent. Now, before you guys sign off, I want to just mention something. And the group motto is "There is life after abuse." And I personally love that. How did you come up with that motto?
I The motto came because most women, the question is, how did you start over? How did you start over? Do They ask themselves, do I even really want to start over? And these are questions I ask myself as well. Do I really want to start over? um, did my old married life, was that, was all my life, or should I do something new? I don't really want to get to know anyone new. I really don't want to start over. But then when you see other people um, having like really good, healthy relationships, it's like, oh my God, like it could happen. And then one day I just said, oh, I guess there is life after abuse. And that's how the name just came up. There is life after abuse. And then when I proved myself in my own relationship, having a healthy whole relationship, I was like, life could be nice after abuse, because because you remember, you go through the fear, you go through the guilt, you go through the questioning yourself, and then you do not want to get back into a relationship with a man who is doing worse than the other person. So that is why preparation is key in starting a new relationship.
Preparation is key. And so if you guys sign up to be a part of this summit, you will understand and you'll get to know what that preparation is, how to make that preparation. They will tell you, and they'll work with you through that. And back onto your group, the Caribbean American Survivors Empowerment Group. What I like about it, thanks for allowing me to get in to see. These are the things that you do to actually help.
Oh,
So we think Dr. Z has just slipped out for a minute there. So what we do
Yes,
is,
yes,
oh, okay,
it's back.
you're back.
I
That's okay.
I am back, and I'm telling you, sometimes when we do things and we depend on the internet, it happens, and it's something that's beyond our control. But
Yes.
I am happy that you do what it takes to help your people who come in to be comfortable. And you said, be kind and courteous, no hate speech or bullying, no promotional or spam. Respect everyone's privacy. No screen shooting. And that is so good that you actually go out and let people know on the blog that you want to protect the people that come in and share, to relieve themselves of some of the stress they feel when they go through what they have been through, and release it by telling their story. So I'm
Yes.
happy that you provide that sort of safe haven for the people who sign into your group.
Yes, yes, that is imperative because it's very hard to tell your story. It's very, very hard, and I wanted to give people, women, a safe space to just, just purge themselves out of what that in their mind, in their heart, in their soul, and and let them know there are other women who are going through or went through the same exact thing as you. Because when some women were so brave and bold to share this story uh, within 24 hours of joining the group, that gave me more encouragement to share more of my stories. Because we share pieces and pieces here and pieces there, but to share your whole story is very hard, and you need that support of women who have gone through it as well to support you moving forward.
Yes, and that is so true. And we have someone who is actually sharing on the vlog, Patricia Conwell. She says, "Awesome, because I was almost killed by my ex-husband, but I got out and had to do it all by myself. And she left home, she left Grenada, and she went to Canada, and she almost died. But thanks to all the good people in Canada, not as easy as people think, especially when you have children." She says, "God is our deliverer." And so we have someone who actually shared with us, these things have been going on and they go on. And sometimes people are so scared to talk about it. People are so scared to even think about it. And they hide it because they feel that if they talk about it, people would shun them, would bully them, would say that they're weak, but it has absolutely nothing to do with that. And so I'm grateful to you guys for what you are doing. And remember, guys, it's only 1997 to sign up for that summit, how to get your groove back. And the nice thing about it, you can ask other questions, not just about how to get the groove back, but there are other things leading up to that. Am I right, panelists?
Yes. Ask any question they want. We prepared to answer.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And so okay, right along says Tyrone is looking, so that's a
Oh,
good thing.
Tyrone is here. Hi. Oh, good, good,
Yes,
good,
yes.
good.
So yes, yes, yes. And so I want to thank you guys for choosing Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z to come on and to let people know what you guys are doing. It's awesome. It's wonderful. And I look at you guys and I know that you all feel that you are actually fulfilling your purpose. And
Yes,
that is something that I love, that word purpose, because so many people go through life and never get to fulfill their purpose. And you can do that even if you're young, even if you're older, you can
yeah,
still find your purpose in life,
yes.
and you can still do something about it. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not taking over your work, okay? But I'm but I'm really happy to have had you guys come on this morning to let people know that there is life after abuse. There
Yes,
is life after
there
abuse.
is life. Yes, there
And
is
so
life.
I would like you guys, yes, yes, to give us a few final words from each of you before we say goodbye.
So, oh, okay, go on,
And
Rachel. Go, Rich.
I'll end it with what the summit says. It's going to do what it says on the tin. Get your groove back, and like it says, there is life after abuse. After the hurt comes the healing, and you can find love and healthy relationships. after you've gone through difficult situations.
Yes, this is going to be an amazing summit. And just remember, you have a support network around you, whether it's your friends, family, or you can create your own support network, because there is life after abuse.
Yes, ladies, this summit is all about you, ladies. This summit is going to help you choose the right man to fulfill your core needs. You know, the man that's going to be there to give you what you need. We will give you tips. We will answer questions. We will help you steer you in the right direction, because there is life after abuse.
Yes, and I will say you have the power to redesign your life, because there is life after abuse. And I would like to add, if you are a survivor or you are in a toxic relationship, we would like you to join us over on the Caribbean American Survivors Empowerment Group. I will post the link under this live after, and join us. Come share your stories, make new friends, and just empower yourself.
All of
Oh, she's
you.
dropped out.
Yes, yes. Thank you to all of you. And I hope that our listening audience will understand that this is something that they should sign up or not sign up to. And it's not just signing up to it to hear and be part of the summit. It's also to know that you are helping to support some of the people who have been abused. You're helping this group to be able to help them move on. After all, there is life after abuse. And so I thank you guys so much. Listen, this morning I don't know what forces are trying to stop this, but they can't. And so I thank you guys. Those of Rachel all the way from England, thank you for tuning in. And
Oh yeah, we don't know what happened there again.
Yeah.
Well,
Internet
in
dropped.
the meantime, before Dr. Z comes back, I just want to mention that we do have a fundraiser as well. So I will post a link to the fundraiser, so you can donate to that group as well.
thank you very much. And thank you guys for keeping it going when something or is trying to stop this from happening. But it's going to happen. You guys are going to have a wonderful summit. And I thank you for choosing this forum to come on and talk about it. Okay? So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you for
And
having us.
may, what Dion is saying, booze lady Hermie. And Lois is saying, Hermie, take over. There you go. Listen, I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, and I wish you all the best in your summit. You know, I just wanted to say something while I still have you guys on, and Jordan, just a little bit. A better option than spending our lives is stored in our lives. Stored in lives means that I recognize life itself is a gift from God and that I purpose to use it. It also means that I recognize God graciously provide the source, the resource that I need to carry out His purpose. He gives and sustains lives. He provides and replenishes our resources. God has attached to your life a profound purpose that only you can live out. And I wanted to get that out there before this thing goes down again. That God has given us all a purpose.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Thank you for understanding. We've had some very bad weather up where I am, and I believe that's one of the things that's affecting the internet. So hopefully it will not happen again. We're almost at the end of it. And I'll say, as you step out today, may angels lead you. May peace accompany you. May grace go before you. May love and light surround you. May kindness spread from you. May goodness and love follow you. May lessons teach you. May family support you. May friends encourage you. May God protect and bless you. And may your day be filled with love, peace, and joy. Enjoy the rest of today. See you guys on Saturday morning, God's willing. And may the grace of God and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit rest, remain, and abide with us all, now and forevermore. Amen and
Amen.
amen. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again.
You too.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funding. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitor's visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde. Law done differently.